Welcome back to Sushi Day. I'm Allison, and today we're doing something a little bit different from what we normally do on this channel. We're still making sushi, but we're not making a sushi roll with the nori and the rice and the fillings and all of that. Instead, we're making something called Inari Sushi. These are also known as footballs or soldier hats, and it's often known as a children's sushi because it's a little bit sweet, it's very not offensive, it's not anything crazy or weird like raw fish or anything like that, and it's just something that kids tend to love. It was one of my favorite sushi as a kid. It was the only sushi I would eat as a kid, and it's still my comfort food. So let's get started. So just as with any other sushi, we're gonna start with the rice. So I've got a bowl of rice. We've got a spoonful of sugar. Sprinkle it over the rice. Take some rice vinegar, pour that over. I tend to eyeball this because I've done it a lot. So I kind of have an idea of how much sugar and rice vinegar goes in this. You'll also see salt in recipes, and you'll see that they cook it. I don't like to do the salt because, especially when we're using stuff like bacon, for example, I don't want it to be too salty. So most of the time I will omit the salt from my sushi rice seasoning. And I don't cook it because I'm lazy, but it works out just fine. Anyways, especially if you're just making it at home for yourself, you don't need to get super fancy. You don't need to be a trained sushi chef doing it perfectly the right way. Just eyeballing things and making sure it tastes good to you is good enough. So that's what I tend to do with this. So we've got our rice. The one other thing that you need for Inari are the Inari packets. So these are seasoned fried bean curd packets, also known as Inari age. And you can buy these at any Japanese supermarket. A lot of general Asian supermarkets will have them, and you can even buy them online. They come in packages like this, or you can get them canned, and the canned ones are the ones that you'll usually find on like Amazon or something. These are my favorite. You find them in the refrigerator section. I've tried a bunch, I like these the best, but really any will do. The canned ones are great. Take this apart. And a lot of the time it will come with the package of bean curd and this little seasoning package. This is pretty much what I just did to the rice. This is a dry powder that you can mix into your rice to season it. Personally, I prefer using actual rice vinegar and sugar and kind of doing it to taste, but this will work in a pinch, or if you can't find the stuff, or if you prefer to do it the easier way, this is totally fine. We're not going to use this. On the package, it does say to boil these, and it really just warms them up. I don't find it necessary. It's just another step that doesn't really add much in my opinion, so I just use these cold, straight from the fridge. Just the Inari and the rice would be sufficient to make Inari sushi. Plain Inari sushi, it's delicious as it is. You technically don't need anything more, but we go above and beyond around here. And we're gonna make a version that I really like that uses a few extra ingredients. First off, we're gonna add shrimp. I've boiled some shrimp. It's a bunch of cooked shrimp. So we will be putting that on top. Some spicy mayo, Sriracha and Kewpie mayo, the best, green onions. And lastly, we're gonna sprinkle it with some black sesame seeds. So let's make them. So I like to just cut this open. Cut off the end, right down the middle, there we go. To make them easy to access. Then I put a little napkin underneath. Normally I would drain these, but I'm not at the sink right now, so we're making do. So we'll take this, grab our rice. I like to use the spoon. I don't know if I can show you this very well, but to kind of peel it open So you get a nice little pocket. So you take that and you just scoop some rice in it. You can stuff them as much as you want, but if you overstuff them, they might burst, which has happened before. Delicious anyways. So just stuff them with as much rice as you want. Just a little bit more here. And this is the Inari age. So from here, you take a shrimp, just one shrimp. It's a good sized shrimp. Little bit of spicy mayo, maybe more than a little bit. Take some green onion, snippy snip. Lastly, just a little sprinkling of black sesame seeds. And there you go, spicy shrimp inari. Let's eat. This is a little bit messier than a normal roll, except for that avocado toast sushi. That one was a total mess. But it also doesn't quite work as a single bite. So just no, no. Ah. So the spicy shrimp inari, it's sweet from the inari packets. They're actually a little bit sweet. And then it's got the little bit of tartness from the sushi rice, the richness from both the shrimp, but also the spicy mayo. And then the green onion kind of cuts that richness just a little bit. And of course the black sesame just adds a little bit of nuttiness to everything. All the flavors go together so well, which is why I love the sushi so much. Just like my other favorite, the bacon crunchy shrimp roll. I have a thing about shrimp, don't I? I would give this roll a 10 out of 10. It's not a roll. I would give this sushi a 10 out of 10 because it's delicious, it's easy to make. This is something that I make for dinner when we just don't know what to eat because I can keep all of the ingredients. I can keep the inari in the fridge, I can keep some shrimp frozen in the freezer. So it's a really easy sort of meal to make, and yet it's so elegant, it's so impressive. It's the sort of thing that I bring to potlucks and it disappears immediately. It's a fantastic, fantastic sushi, and you should definitely try it. I love this roll and I would make it again and again and again and again, and I do. But I want to know, have you ever tried Inari Sushi? And would you try it if you haven't? It's my favorite, but is it yours? Let me know in the comments below. Or as always, hit me up on social media. On Twitch, Instagram, or Twitter, I'm Sushi Day everywhere. So come say hi to me. And if you haven't hit that sub button yet, hit the sub button, turn notifications on, like this post, and we'll see you next time. And remember to share the video too, so more people can find out about us and let all your friends know. California shit. I am a lady, and I'll have you remember that.